I was later than most, but the lyrics spit fire, so I woke before dawn broke. Now on the heels of the throne stand this naked man, ready to save the souls of million children, cause life wait for no men. And like wedding cake seals our fates together forever, no matter the weather, a grass is soon better. Believe in dreams and chase them till you last exhale or your body goes pale. So what am I waiting for? Like overnight success happened to this boy. It's time to get dirty, plus I'm plus 30, and I sense the reaper gaining on me. So, God, I beg, talk to me like Moses, talk to me like I was chosen, because only you stand between me and that gun. Help me, please. All I want to do is dream. Most times things don't go the way, can't catch a break, elude the snake from biting into the veins, and I don't remember why I came like God smacked. And these days it's hard to rally back, to drown out thoughts. I stay with a contact because I need more than a roof over my head. And where I lay my hat is not my home. So I stare in the twilight, afraid to phone home, afraid to go on like my will is gone. I'm broken before my engine got warm. Who will believe all these things will go wrong? I'll make the news as rightly accused, and I don't know enough to choose life or death. Don't know what's going to happen next. My palm is to the chest. Help me, please. All I want to do is dream. How many different ways I pray. Now the hair's turning gray, and I'm deep in the second quarter like D-Wade. Can't get them off me, and I'm the go-to dad for my son and my daughters. Can't leave them off the starting roster. Can't leave them in a foster. So the storm I must weather. My chest is to the wind. From my caps to my Tim, out of peasant, raise a king. Strength come from within, and that BS hides behind the grin. So beware them deadly sins, and beware them dreams within, and don't be afraid to chase them.
Welcome to the Smokin' Rhyme Show.
What are we here for? What do you truly want? When change is not enough, what do you do? What are we here for? What do you truly want? When change is not enough, what do you do? Let's talk about it, the problems we face. Let's fight hatred, no time to waste. The mind is naked, we can see it without an x-ray. Life is easy if we work together. We're the keepers, we're the people, we're all equal, filled with purpose. The past has pain, it'll drive you, even make you take aim. But together is where we should aim. Together is where we should. What are we here for? What do you truly want? When change is not enough, what do you do?
Welcome back to another edition of the Smokin' Rhyme Show. My name is Rex45.
Big E.
We're on the mic 10 p.m. to midnight with poetry.
Music and that cannabis talk.
What's going on, man?
You know, the food has been bountiful this week.
Oh,
And
belly full.
I feel like a fat kid for sure.
I hear you there, you know.
Refrigerator stacked with leftovers.
Yeah, man. I've eaten leftovers for days. I had to finally call it yesterday.
I ordered a pizza. I'd take a break. And then I went to work. Somebody had more food. So
Oh, man.
I had 2 plates after midnight.
Okay, then.
That's terrible.
That is, man.
It'll work itself out, though.
Okay, no doubt.
I'm going into rehab after this. Food rehab. And maybe alcohol rehab.
Is there such a thing as food rehab? I guess there is, huh? There's people that do have eating disorders.
Definitely.
I got a motorcycle disorder, so I understand.
Well, we've already had the conversation that in my ride over here, I thought of 9 different ways to find something to eat.
The 36 chambers of eating.
Yep. I was like, what's on the way? And there were just so many options.
Food tang.
Definitely. So, you know what? I feel good to say that I didn't stop.
I see that. As you know, y'all seeing this from around the world. We got warm hats on. Like we held up in Siberia, but not quite. But Boston cool, as them said.
It's not that bad yet. It's close.
It's close. It's honestly, I think it's been getting colder sooner in the last few years. Because we already had 30-degree weather, 27-degree weather already, and that usually doesn't come until like mid-December.
Yeah, but still, we were in November and we still was having some 70 and 80 days mixed in here. So, I mean, I can't complain.
No, we'll take the 70 and 80. I ain't gonna complain about them. I'm only gonna complain about the cold ones.
It ain't cold yet. It ain't December yet.
Bury it like this. It is not. Almost though, but it is not.
Yeah, it's getting close.
So, so you saw your family members and stuffed your bellies. What you're saying?
Yes, definitely. Good time, good food.
Good food. Yeah, it's always nice to see family. It was kind of strange. Not strange. I went out with some family over the weekend for dinner, and I was reluctant to go. I was like, but I went, and the meal was okay. But it's when you're around family, it's nice. But like sometimes, I don't know about other people. In my case, I generally I'm reluctant to go hang out with family or a lot of people for that matter. So, but I realized as I was sitting there at dinner, it's like, it's good to see everyone because, life is short and you never know what's going to happen. So, like Thanksgiving, it's brought up on, it came about on some effed up ways for sure. But the one good thing is one of the few times out of the year that families travel all around the world to kind of spend 3 or 4 days with each other.
I keep telling everybody, there's peoples and religions who don't celebrate holidays. And I keep on telling you, holidays are for the sole reason of family getting together. That's really what it's all about. Right. It doesn't have to do with the premise of it or all that other stuff. The fact is that the whole family comes together. And Christmas time, the whole family comes together. That's who's supposed to benefit.
Right. No doubt.
So Thanksgiving, you got that greedy time. You get to see cousins you never seen in a while. That's good.
And I hear you're not supposed to talk about politics. At
Definitely
the table.
not. There's some uncles I still don't talk to.
I will say one thing came out of a lot of things came out of this weekend, but I almost forgot, and I'm still not going to really touch too much on it because it's still in the early stages.
Still sensitive.
But I was looking. We're going to have some programs kicking off for next summer for some kids, and I was looking for a location to bring these kids. And I think I found a location. So if it all works out, like, going to dinner and hanging out with family members, just having conversations about stuff. You never know what ideas can spark. So it's kind of like, if it works out, problem solved. I got a location now. We just got to bring some kids. That's all I'm going to say.
Human trafficking in a nutshell.
Listen.
I got a place. I'm gonna bring some kids.
Listen, when a kid gets in the car, it is traffic. What are you gonna call it? It is, right. I mean, you taking them to school, or you taking them to play, or what I'm saying. And that's the good part. I'm not gonna mention any of the bad stuff, but it's like, yeah, we're trafficking our kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta take my kid to school. You know what I'm saying? So
got big orange buses trafficking kids.
And they don't want to go. I'm pretty sure some moment if a kid could call a cop on you, they would. They were like, "Oh, I don't want to go."
So, taking me someplace I don't want to go.
Man, listen.
Well, that's the problem though. There's too many parents just leaving them little bad kids on the couch. Like, whatever, just stay home then.
Yeah, and so like my youngest plays tennis, and she had a tournament, and I'm sitting here like, all right, let's go. We'll go warm up, right? And she's like, I don't want to warm up with you. And, and I'm sitting here like, the nerve of this child. She doesn't want to play tennis with me?
She don't want to hurt her daddy.
She thinks she can beat me, but that's a whole different story. But,
I got 5 on the young one.
And I say that to say, because this is the weekend when kids and family members could get on your nerves as well. So,
This is true.
It is a tricky time with family members. But, yeah, no. Have you had that yet? Your kid don't want to play sports with you because they think they can beat you?
My son knows who the master is.
I took her on a tennis court for earlier, several weeks ago because we haven't really hit tennis balls together, and like we hit like 3 balls, and then she was like, "I can beat you." That's it. I can beat you. I'm like, yeah, kid. All right.
Look, that's the mark of a champion.
She trying to punk somebody. That's what that is.
That's the master for champion.
Yeah.
You know, the champion looks at, sizes you up. Yeah. I could beat you for sure. That's how it works. This is what happened to me. I was playing basketball with my son, and I had to jump for real. And he still got the ball. I haven't played since.
I guess there is a point when you know.
I jumped for real, and he just still, he leisurely jumped over me, just took the ball. I was like, I'm going to let you get that one. Yeah, I never again.
And then you just quit after that. You took your ball and went home.
Yeah, I think I'm done. I think I'm pretty much retired. I gave it a good chance.
Well,
not too long ago. Good try at it.
No, she's not there yet to beat me. She might have another year or two for sure.
You'd be surprised.
But I know.
Challenge. I got some money on it.
Oh no, listen, not right now. My legs are good. My legs are still good, and I got a little bit of wisdom over her.
You know,
but
I can see you. I can see you blowing the wheel out, trying to get something that you know you can't get.
You know, I'm studying her game, so that way because I'm gonna have to challenge her at some point. But I have to.
She's gonna want the throne.
Oh yeah, no, she wants all the thrones she can get, and she's the type of kid that if she beats you, she reminds you of that. She's not gonna let you forget it, no matter what.
That's funny,
which is quite crazy.
It's funny because I tell my son all the time he can come for he can come for the throne anytime.
Yeah. So
if he thinks he can take it, let me see what you got, boy.
I don't know if we're gonna go live with it, but it's gonna be on. Anyhow, you're listening to the Smokin Ripe Show. My name is Rex45.
Big E.
Let's get in some music, man.
Yes, sir.
And now it's all about the smoking session. Light up a chalice, yeah, my brother. Cause you don't know it going on. Burn it on the corner. Hey, Big E, roll something now, man. Sure, you know, see Rexy 45 of the grinder. Loaded. Smoking rhymes. Hey, Greg Royal, representing now. Well, we take a sip, take another sip out of the chalice. Oh no, we take a sip and make we burn it in a Buckingham Palace. Over the airwaves, waves. Take a sip, take another sip out of the chalice. Pass it on the right, take a sip and make we burn it in a Buckingham. Pass it on the left hand side, yeah. How dare you try to sell this farce to my generation when it was you discovered the herbs, yeah. By the grave of Solomon, purified by good people with good intentions to take your mind to a higher dimension. Hey, you, Mr. Evil Man, Rexy, see you with your evil plan, yeah. Oh, you fi tell me can't plant 1,000 trees and you have it locked up on your plantation. You have it locked up in a jar and I keep me youths behind bar. Smoking rhymes now support your legalization. Until every single youth will lock up in a jail for your spliff walk out of your station. You take a sip and take another sip out of the chalice. Smoking rhymes, yeah. Take a sip, burn it, blaze it, yo.
Struggling a guan.
It's a garrison.
Na. Aye. Silverdos, Emperor.
Dub Easy, UBM, taking over. 2010, 2020, 2030.
Check it. One peace, one heart, one love. Together we stand. Divide we shall fall. There seems to be no more love in this land, in this world. One peace, one heart, one love. Together we stand. Divide we shall fall. There seems to be no our nation. Politicians, them a deal with corruption. With them hatred, crimes and confusion. Just the roasting release all the youth from bondage. Whoa, one peace, one heart, one love. Together we stand, divide we shall fall. There seems to be no more love in this land, in this world.
Politician is liar, give the people pacifier. Burn them with wood, yes, and burn them with fire. In Iraq, they hang innocent prisoners with wire. So I man saying what need and require. They say praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. So I man must be aware of the even recognition. With them Babylonian, me no want no relation. Fire burn the mind of politician.
They get to use their dying, while Babylon keep lying. All the state money gone, no relief, nowhere inside. But every day they're calling, still no one is helping. Put down the gun, bulletproof and chestless in this wartime. One peace, one heart, one love. Together we stand, divide we shall fall.
Do whatever you want, stay young, die quick, but you're turning me on. You my new sidekick, won't be lost, I'm gone, and I won't be missed, but I'll leave you a song so you can dance like this.
He a rolling stone, that boy walk real slick like Leroy Brown, and he don't take no shit. I'ma keep him around, but only for a little bit. I'll admit he equipped, not afraid to take a risk. Sunken wreck, battleship, recover and make it lift. You a man, I'm a woman, baby, we can make it big. Only in my early 20s, but I'm trying to handle biz. Got a lot of life to live, a lot of liquor to sip, a lot of wisdom to give. If I'm off course, give me direction and lead the way. Be my Superman, baby, you should come and say the day. And not financially handsome, I want you in another way. Matter of fact, I lead the way, cause babe, want you to stay. I'm a diva, best believe it, so you know I'm getting paid. I like to play, but hey, I'm intrigued with what you say. He know I'm different and he love it, difficult to stay away. We make a tough match, thugging and loving before we pray. He a rough cat, secretly he just wanna be tame. What a cuffs at, and I'm locking you up today. Yeah, does that, run that, Poppy calling, tell them that you the boss, you the man, so they need to understand who you are. Like a fellow who can stick to the plan and make them all hold it down. Damn son, I can tell that you in charge, far from a random. Ain't no secret, you a star and all, you off the par and all. I think you are outlaw, play your part. I don't wanna get involved, I'm in thrall, real shit. Don't be playing with my heart.
Do whatever you want, stay young, die quick, but you're turning me on. You my new sidekick, won't be lost, I'm gone, and I won't be missed, but I'll leave you a song so you can dance like this. Do it.
You can find me in my city. If you want me, come and get me. If you can't find me, you ain't looking right. I ain't hard to find. 617 is my city. If you want me, come and get me. Good luck trying to knock me off my grind. Streets race me and I survive. You can find me in my city. If you want me, come and get me. If you can't find me, you ain't looking right. I ain't hard to find. 617 is my city. If you want me, come and get me. Good luck trying to knock me off my grind. Streets race me and I survive. Life wasn't easy. My parents went ghosts. The house full of people. You're still with alone. My ex is a gimmick. He see me, he choke. A clown. See, that is a joke. Friends pick the side. It was in mine. He does a bid for sparring my kids. Yo, right that more than I did. You were only I talk with him. See that I'm grinding. They see how I'm rising. They see that I'm shining. They mad. Always so humble. Counting my blessing. Embracing the love that I have. Stay on my way. Stay on my lane. I don't exchange for fame. You can't give advice if your pussy is trash. I get my own bag and these is mad. Boss is the city I rep. Placing my name on the map. My team is so hungry. My road will stay strapped. With me it's a rap. My claims that I'm tapped. Tell her I know I'm crazy. Doors just made me strong and gritty. Got picked on, yes, I admit it. But try me now, this can get letty. Hey, you can find me in my city. If you want me, come and get me. If you can't find me, you ain't looking right. I ain't hard to find. 617 is my city. If you want me, come and get me. Good luck trying to knock me off my grind. Streets race me and I survive. You can find me in my city. If you want me, come and get me. If you can't find me, you ain't looking right. I ain't hard to find. 617 is my city. If you want me, come and get me. Good luck trying to knock me off my grind. Streets race me and I survive.
You can find me in my city. I know I've been shifty. See me on so litty, and you know that we've been litty. I've been practicing my free throws down the street from D-Rose. You know I've been staying on my mud and grinding. You know we'll go something more. Ooh, I ain't never gonna stop, 'cause I know how I roll.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh,
There's no stopping us. Got it, 2 will ride ride for me. If you want, this would die for me. Ready, set, go, light is green. Pulling in her eye for me. These is angry, they start saying their girlfriend, they looking for clues. I'm getting this money while y'all chasing pennies. My life is so lovely, you mad cause I'm cute. You find me in my city.
In praise of K. Dot. 16 bars for Kendrick Lamar. One, incomparably complex compositions kill off commonplace conservative condescension. These cocksure clowns can't even come through. I commend Compton, that black future supercomputer, for producing you. Flows decompose written form, new growth, compost fills the booth. Two, Kendrick, you could have rapped your entire album over the sound of snow melting, and it still would have been the best hip-hop record I heard last fall. Three, you are never cornball. You are always crop circle. You are a mutiny in outer space, 30 enslaved men swinging sickles the same way sky ripples before the storm. 4, you actually freestyle when you freestyle. I know this because I've seen it. Helicopter and hella proper and get the doctor are all strangers that sound like old friends when you spit. You do not fear the page, but you are not chained to it. 5, what are you chained to? 6, when Schoolboy Q tells all the white people at his concerts to say the N-word, does anything inside you curl into a fist? 7, at what age did you first trade fist for microphone? Whether booth or block, did it ever stop feeling like a fight to be seen? 8, this is slightly off topic, but backseat freestyle might actually have the dopest instrumental in the history of ever. 9, do you ever get tired of the word ever? When someone calls you the best West Coast rapper ever, does it bruise like a birthday punch? Does this question of lyrics versus history versus aesthetics rest on your mind like a plucky barnacle just taking up space? 10, if there is ever a zombie apocalypse and someone has to record the history of the human race, I will nominate you. I have a feeling that you will make everything sound even more electric. 11, does Shireen ever call? 12, do you ever feel blackbird small? Inside, are you still a boy running home from Bible study, cursing the weight of your textbooks as gunfire serenades the neighborhood? 13, we real hood. We rap good. We sell dope. We held hope. We let it go. We never know. When death comes, no cop show. Them play clothes. Them real guns. Friends all gone. They stole my song. We die. We die out here. We fly. Magpies out here. Black birds. Black boys. Destroyed my world. They tried. 14. Black boy blues articulated pitch perfect. If nothing else, your words make the whole world worth it. 15. Every word is Wordsworth work turned up. Word is bond. Word to Kierkegaard. Word to the murky psalms that fly from your pen. The reverb, the Negro spirituals humming. Every act of lyrical dexterity, amen to that, to the melody of all that dark noise. Word to the kids in the suburbs who can no longer call their privilege invisible. Words are bonds. Your bars break the chains. You sing the ineffable. 16.
You're listening to Smokin' Rhymes. My name's Rex45.
Big E.
We're on the mic 10 p.m. to midnight with poetry.
Music and that cannabis talk.
What's going on, man?
You know, bars for Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying?
You appreciate that one?
Yeah, for sure. It's a classic here.
It is a classic. Joshua Bennett. Definitely classic. Some of these artists we've been playing so far, I definitely check them out. You got G Code, we play My City, Atkins Rose, I Care For You. Actually, we didn't play that yet. We're going to play that in a little bit. Treasure Pop Your Collar, Take a Sip, Greg Roy.
Rex telling the future.
It'll be like that sometimes. Man.
Psychic powers, yeah.
How's your sports this week? Did you get a chance to in between meals or?
Well, Patriots drew the turkey.
No.
You know what I'm saying? No stuffing.
No
Just
stuffing.
Straight dried turkey.
Straight.
Yeah, they lost.
Okay.
I mean, it was the game down to the end, and you know, Mac Jones's accuracy is still
Not accurate.
nah.
He's lacking that.
the thing that makes people good quarterbacks is driving down when they need to drive down and score. And just it's not happening, man.
Makes it tough to watch if you're a Patriots fan.
Yeah, well, the division is real close.
You're
know what
in
I'm
third
saying?
place right now, I think.
I mean, we could have been in second. We just wasn't in one game. But it is what it is, man. It's a long season. We're gonna go to the playoffs and lose again in the beginning, the early round. So
Mhm.
even if we get there.
So are the Eagles the team to
See, this is my thing about the Eagles. They always go uphill. They've had several good seasons, and then at the end, the Eagle turned to be out of Turkey. But we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. We will see.
So
Don't get me to talking.
Kansas City the favorite?
Old Faithful.
Old Faithful?
Man, they always gonna be there.
They're gonna be there. They're the new Patriots.
Yeah, they're just always gonna be there. Don't mean he's gonna win.
Right, I know.
You let the old man already beat you once.
It's you look at what the coach named there?
Belichick?
No, the Chiefs.
Oh, what is his name?
Yeah. It'll come to Andy Reid.
Yeah. The teddy bear.
He's in the LeBron James camp. Bill Belichick is in the Michael Jordan camp. You know what I mean? Like, for real, right? Like, he's been to a lot of Super Bowls, but he's only came up with a couple. Right? Same thing with LeBron James. He's been to a lot of finals, but he only came away with 4.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
I've been to all of them. Just couldn't win.
Bill's number, he lost, what, 2, 3? 3?
You know what? Eli single-handedly won more than anybody, him and his brother. So him and his brother put theirs together, they come close.
Yeah, they only got 3. 4. They got 4. 2 piece.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Broncos
they just need a couple more, that's all.
Yeah.
It's a couple more.
Dad, get your rings.
And plus, even that Denver Broncos one shouldn't even count.
Right.
Because any quarterback could have been. Y'all should have let my boy go in there and finish the job.
Right. Who's that?
What's his name? The Christian boy.
The baseball player now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he was here for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm saying y'all should have just let him. He could have won that. It would have been the greatest story ever.
Yeah, that's true.
Instead, they put Manning in there, who couldn't barely even throw that year, and the defense just brought him all the way there.
Yeah, a lot of run plays.
Yeah, man. Well,
Right.
what you gonna do, right?
What are you gonna do? World Cup is happening over in Qatar.
Yes, sir. USA been coming up with a lot of draws. I don't know what's going on there.
Okay. The draws are bad.
Well, you need to win. You need points to get in.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we tied up with England. We tied up with that's no good. We need points.
All right. Couple of any shockers there?
I'm really not
Of a
not
diehard.
Yeah, but I watched a couple of games. I watched Canada get smacked up. I watched a few games.
Mhm.
I don't know where I was, but I think I had no choice at one time.
Gotcha.
So if that's what's on the TV. As a matter of fact, I was at Dave & Buster's.
Celtics are first place still.
They still smacking fools up.
Taking
names and kicking.
Yeah, initially I was thinking wow, they're really doing good. But then I'm like, they were in the championship last year.
Yeah.
I'm like, what else? What other mindset is there for them to have?
We're a championship team. We fell short.
Yeah.
So we the gatekeepers in the East.
Yeah. But and it seems so. These young boys, and these boys are young. It's not like they're Paul Pierce and KG's age doing it. These boys are young, and they're like, yo, we can just stay here. I hope they keep that team together because, I know when they talked about putting Marcus Smart on the chopping block, I'm glad they didn't do that because
that's the heart of the team.
That is the heart of the team.
Yeah, for sure.
And the green here, he got other dudes in the NBA now dying the color of the team. And it's like he's the first.
He got that from Rodman. Come on, man. Dennis is the originator.
Yeah, but Rodman was a little different. Obviously,
he was the originator.
Obviously, there's a lot of people that's dyed their hair in the NBA.
Nobody's seen that until Dennis Rodman came out crazy with that. Nobody was seeing that.
But this is not crazy. This is actually like like he did it himself.
Yeah, I've seen some of his dudes.
So it's not
the green mohawk and all
yeah.
that.
So it's not like Dennis Rodman had somebody took the like that was done artistically. This thing is just like I'm just gonna do green in the bathroom real quick. That's how when I look at this here, that's what I think. I could be wrong.
Yeah, when you go online and they show stylists. You go, okay.
Oh man, you paid for that?
Right.
Nah, but I'm glad they kept smart. I'm not knocking this here.
I mean, they're young. You can keep this core together for a long period of time. We just missing one key, and LeBron might be ring chasing, so he might.
I hope not. I mean, because Shaq looked bad when he did it. I mean, Karl Malone looked bad when he did it.
Lonzo Mourning and Gary Payton got this doing it.
Yeah. Well, some did, no doubt. Some players did, but most that try don't. You know what I mean? They go out, they just so that's the thing, and
they can't do like dude from the Lakers. What's his name? With all the rings. Robert Horry.
Right.
Because he got rings. He done ended a couple of games with a couple of teams.
Oh yeah, but Horry was a different story because he was an impact player. Without Horry, those teams wouldn't have got the rings. You know what I'm saying? So that's different than a Gary Payton coming off the bench. Like Gary Payton didn't have a defensive stop, and that got them to win the game.
So Robert Horry was 1 for 47. He hit the last.
Listen. How many points you scored? 1, but it's the one that counted.
Hey, if we win by 1, that was my point.
Yeah, no. I mean, Ray Allen did it once for Miami. I shouldn't say that. Ray Allen has done that a lot in his career. I take that back. But like coming off the bench, and I mean when Allen was starting, it was a different story. That's what I mean by that. But like off the bench,
I'm still not talking to Ray Allen.
Coming off the bench and just being able to be so hot off the bench, like and him and 6 man there over there. That was with the Clippers, right? 6 man a year, a couple of times. His name escaped me now. Like only a few people could do that. Just come off the bench and be fire.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Do you?
Yeah, definitely.
You came off the bench and I thought you was a starter.
No, I'm not a starter. All I know is when I come off the bench, I go 100% because I know I'm sitting back down. So I'm fine with that.
Well, and that's the thing, right? But that's how you take people's jobs, right?
I'm going. No, I don't want the job. Just let me in. I want to go hard 4 minutes at that.
So it's and so we'll see what the Celtics do and
shouts out to Ime Udoka, brother. You stacked the team last year. You gave them dudes some heart and some drive because they didn't have it before. Too bad you ain't with the team now. Because them boys look like grown men now.
You think he's not? You think he's not coaching at all? You think
he will be? But
no. You think off like he's not in the practice facilities
with the guys,
and he's not in the games. But you think his mind is not being like that? Like the assistant coach is not going through him for everything?
No, not at all. I think he's having no contact whatsoever.
You really think that happens when these?
Yes. In this case, yes.
You buy that?
Man, you touch the white women, you know what happens.
I don't know what happened.
Well, you know now. They fire you out your job.
But he's not fired.
Hey, he's suspended, and they're definitely not planning on bringing him back. He been entertaining options.
I understand that.
They was asking him to go to Brooklyn. He was like, "Are you a fool? I ain't taking that job."
Yeah,
so he's still popular enough that he can choose what position he wants.
I think his game plan is still being talked about, because the thing is this, right? If he did something so egregious, right, they would have fired him already. Like what's the point of suspending him? Like, no, honestly, think about that for a second. Like, you look at what Ray Rice did, right? He was out, right, done. So all I'm just saying is, like, if they wouldn't have suspended him. You know, you look at what a guy there that left the Raiders there, the coach there that they threw under the bus, Joe Gruden, right? He's not getting another job in football. He was fired right out the rip.
He's gonna trust and believe. He's gonna be doing football.
All I'm just saying is,
he's just not gonna be doing NFL football. That's all.
I'm talking about the suspended coach.
Yeah, no, Gruden. He's going to be doing football, but he's not going to be doing NFL football.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
He's too famous, and it's just.
But I'm going back to the Celtics coach. That's what I'm saying. Like, if he's suspended, he's still getting paid, right?
I feel like they're
They-
salty
like-
because it's personal.
The coach is going to be going over there getting information because at the end of the day, above anything else, winning comes first. Above anything else, babies being born, putting people in the girth. You hear football players say they just buried their mother, their cousin, whoever on last night or the morning before the game, or they just had a kid, or they're leaving because their kid was just born. You hear that all the time, bro.
Yeah. As
So-
long as
so-
you
so-
don't touch the white women.
I don't know what that means, Big E. Sorry, I don't know. We're in 2022, so there's everybody's is I think what you mean is the executive's wife, right? Because he was a very important person up in the Celtics office. So in this case, I think that's what it is.
As
Because
far as I've seen, I don't even think her husband works for it. I just think she's part of the team. I mean,
from my
I would have to
understanding,
verify.
he works there. That's what it is. That from my understanding. So and she worked
well,
there
you
too.
know what? There's been several, so we can't even pinpoint which one we're talking about because there's been a couple of accusations. So we could possibly both be right.
Yeah, well, her husband works for the Celtics.
The other lady was a
So,
trainer, and her husband didn't work for the.
Right. That's So I'm you know what I mean. So with that said, I go back to my point is like they're not gonna let him just sit there. He's not gonna like his mind is being used for sure. Like that's the Celtics. Like the assistant coach, who's the head coach, is going to be going over and chatting with him and talking to him like that, unless he's fired.
The president's like, "Look, your breath still smells like Karen. I need you to leave my office right now."
You know what I mean? No. Come on, man. This happens all the time. You only like, come on.
To me, it's no big deal.
No, not that part. Like people are suspended. They're still being seeked out for counsel and stuff like that. It's not, they just officially, these things are happening. But if this dude, they would have fired him already, man.
Why didn't he just enroll himself in those corny sex addict classes?
Well,
that other people do?
his point is he didn't do anything wrong,
Yeah, of course not.
and they haven't fired him. So that's the thing. It's like, I mean, they suspended Kyrie, right? And so all I'm just saying is a suspension is a suspension. Doesn't mean like the coaches probably have a union and they're probably fighting it. But at the end of the day, like the dude should have been fired already. You know what I mean? Like if it was that bad, then fire the dude.
You got a strong union. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's my point is like they didn't fire him, so it's like they're just waiting to feel this
But I
thing
mean,
out.
it's just like I keep telling everybody. I know it's big sports and it's big money, but it's a job just like any place else. There's
Right.
plenty of people that go to work and just, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Work. You know what I'm saying? That sometimes it be like that. It's work.
From the beginning of this industrial, I don't even know if we're in industrial anymore. We moved on to tech and whatever, but it may sound effed up, but like, women took jobs to meet their husbands. Women were flight attendants to marry pilots. You know what I'm saying? They were receptionists and so forth, and they end up marrying the owner. I mean, like people have met in companies and in schools and all these places. That's just love. As they say, love is love, right? So if you fall in love and it's on the job, then so be it. Like you can't.
Well, seeing as it's the place that most people spend all their time anyway.
I think the harassment part of that, right, is the part that's the part that needs to be weeded out, right? But if two people are consensual and they work together, and then that's all that matters. It's
So
only
maybe
when when Johnny's harassing her or Jane is harassing him or whomever.
Maybe they should have a paper that both parties can sign.
Well, no, I think companies
Just in
now
case.
companies now are saying you can't do it at all.
Yeah, this is true.
like companies now are just saying you'll be fired for doing it. But
Yes, my job definitely has some kind of clause or something like that
but
in the contract.
love is love. So what are you gonna do if two people? I mean, if you're in love, one person's gonna have to quit the job.
Hey,
right?
If I work with you every day and then end up giving you rides home every week, and then sometimes we have our lunch together, and then we plan to do something, and man, that just happened. You know what I'm saying?
No.
It ain't like you seeing nobody else. You're seeing the same person every day.
Right. And like I said, I think when it's like that, again, companies are writing policy now to just say you can't do it. So if you do it, you can lose your job, or you're doing it in secrecy. And it's to stop the perverts and the harassers, right?
Well,
It's the-
nobody's supposed to know until you get married. Then you announce it. Hey, me and Tom are getting married. What?
No, because I've worked for companies where people met on the job and they got married on the job, but you can't do that now.
Of course,
and
I've
these
been to
people
a
are
couple
still-
of work weddings.
And these people are still together. So you know what I mean. So there are good stories. There are also bad stories for sure.
I mean, I definitely don't want to marry somebody who I'm gonna be home with all day long, and then I go to work with you too. When I'm supposed to breathe.
When you love somebody, Big E, you want to be around them all the time.
Is that how it works?
You
I've never been in love.
you got to go read some poetry, Big E. you can't breathe without them.
All the time? Like all the time. That's a lot of time, yo.
It sounds like you like that long distance
No, I'm just
relationship.
saying, that's just a lot of time.
Well, I mean, one, you have to work. So, I mean, work comes
But
in
like
play.
I said, if
you
we
know,
work together, then man, I'm here with you. Now I gotta go home to you after I just work with you.
So at that point, you take separate cars?
Why would I just take anybody home from work? You know what I'm saying? I don't even take people home from work. Now I gotta take you home. That's crazy, yo. It's crazy. I can't even fathom.
No.
He said all the time.
All the time.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Big E.
Just blew my mind, bro. All the time.
Well,
I got some things to rethink.
You're listening to the Smokin' Rhymes. My name is Rex45.
Big E.
We are on the mic 10 p.m. to midnight with poetry.
Music and that cannabis talk.
But, actually, I got a couple of things to say because I forgot I needed to do something, so I can't play any music yet. But we're going to play some music in a little bit, but hopefully I can fix my technical difficulties here.
All the time.
All the time. But we do have the Pot Cafe coming up in a bit. And
some things that will surprise you.
Some things that will surprise you.
Yes,
it's poetry is happening. So if you're a writer thinking about writing, go check out a poetry venue. Go listen to some poets. Go read some poetry. If you're in Boston, just Google poetry venues. You'll find them. Many states. I remember when I used to travel. I used to just all I used to do just Google places and go check them out and read and get not that I don't travel now, but travel for work, I should say. It's better when you do it on somebody else's time. What city am I in? There's a poetry place 100 miles away. I can make it.
Just don't Google while you drive, please.
Oh man. But it's like that. The if you're about it, it doesn't matter. You got to go read. If you're an artist and you're a musician and so for some people, for most people, it's not going to be a perfect scenario. You have to be flexible and seek every opportunity you can get because you never know. And even when you get the opportunities, you still don't know.
It's never the perfect some hairy hole. Never.
No, never at all. And that's the part that's that's the worst. But we'll get it going. I think I got my music going. I'm not quite sure. We might be talking for a while, Biggie.
I'm fine with that because nothing beats a cup of coffee in the morning.
Is that right?
Second on that. Ooh, yes. That drink hit the spot. Go on, baby. Play that tune for us. Yes, sir.
Hey, my baby, why you looking so down?
Hey yo, what's good, people? This is Prime Time from GCM, and y'all are listening to Smokin Rhymes with Rex 45 and Big E. Let's go. Brah.
Hey yo, this is Joe Sauceda, and you're listening to the Smokin Rhyme Show with Big E and Rexy 45.
Shorty, she don't love me no more. 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 Shorty loved me since I was young, and she promised she would hold on still. In the no nights was the star shone. She'll stay with me till we both shone. Remember them nights.
Yo, what it is? It's Lukey Spitter. You're tuned into DJ Rexy 45 on the Smokin Rhyme Show.
God, you are mine, always on my mind. Love is so deep and the feeling is so real. Losing control, never let it go. Always wanna be my home. I wanna say I do, baby, all over you. Girl, you blow my mind. Just the way you rock got me keep on falling in love. I just dig your tenderness and your calling, baby. Yeah, and it's alright. You're the only one I want. All my love. You're the only one I love. All I want. You're the only one I want. All I love. You're the only one I want. All I love. You're the only one I want, baby, baby, all the time, baby, all the life. You are so cool, and just tonight, always being with you makes the moment only right. You are the very girl that turns me on, rock me steady all I love. You be my wifey and the moms of my kids. I wanna spend days and nights with you 'cause you're fine. I just trip for your kindness and your hugging, baby. Yeah, it's alright, my lady, it's alright. You're the only one I want. All my love, you're the only one I love. All I want, you're the only one I want. All I love, you're the only one I want. All I love, you're the only one I want, baby, baby, all the time, baby, all the life. Yeah, ain't no doubt about it.
Yo, came back from the dead Lazarus, feeling fabulous, inhibitions hazardous, steady passing this, higher than Atlantis, barking like a Labrador, dog paddling it, rap scallion, raking in a million, trying to paint a picture with these poems, you can feel it in the air, yes I'm vigilant, greater than these others, yes no one is equivalent, still peddling, running with sharp scissors, indulging in our pleasures, I'm swimming with sharks, listen, what's done in the dark is our business, I'm in the star, Chris in a minute till I've risen like yeast in the bread, I'm an Israelite, it's the what it said is kinda impolite, feast on the game like some pork and rice, everybody cracks, you just gotta name a price now, wasted, too gone, everybody there till they move on, laying there on the futon, got a snapback in my groove on, I'm wasted, too deep, shout out to the people think they know me, still kicking this like Bruce Lee, it's the kind of that you see up in the movies.
never gave me a reason to smoke rhymes. Come dope like I snort lines. Listen on the West Coast at 8. Then you straight Midwest, the show starts at 9. 10 in Eastern time for ill hip-hop and spoken word on beats. High 87 FM, the hottest spoken word on the streets. How I know I watch it, got my music played last week. Didn't know that it really occurred that deep. Weed podcast with Rex 45 Big E. Got me stretching lime inside brown whiteout sheets. Got me dirty kicking rhymes like soccer cleats. I trained for this, plus I got the proper sleep. For every Monday to tune in the boss's airways. Whack MCs, a boxing karate chop your airways. I'm lethal, and there's poison in my pen. Wanna hear it more of me? Then change the frequency on your radio and tune in. Cause to miss a show like this is a goddamn sin.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. Roll, light, smoke, hands. Roll, light, smoke, hands. Roll, light, smoke, hands. Roll, light, smoke. Break the spinners down in my rollie and I'm scrolling it up. We put the whole 7 in it, you ain't holding it up. Hitting 12 in the lane while we sparking it up. Rexy 45 and Big E, that's who the city showed up. But the city been waiting, we been cooking and baking. Planning, putting that caking, plotting, moving and shaking. LeBron, Steph Curry with the rock, shake the pot. There's some big boss cannabis talk, cultural elevation.
Ain't no telling where we taking this thing from here. It's 420 in this world somewhere. Outside, say rolling it up. I know, stay rolling it up. What's up? Ain't no telling where we taking this thing from here. If you feeling me for 1 minute, West Side, stay rolling it up. East Coast, stay rolling it up. What's up?
Roll, light, smoke, hands. Roll, light, smoke, hands. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know what it is. Welcome to the Pot Cafe. Roll one if you got one. Smoke one. But I ain't telling you what to do. Especially if you ain't smart enough to be high already. So anyway, we know that Thanksgiving just passed recently.
Yep.
And you know, I was wondering what other people's code words for that pre-smoke, pre-meal smoke.
You got a code word?
Of course. Remember me and you used to see who had reading materials, and then we used to go discuss the meaning of life?
Yeah, it's my code word, though.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't share that. Okay.
I said that to you.
Okay.
I said that to everybody. But yes, I know what you mean.
So, you know, there were a few things.
You know, you could say something like, you talk to a man about a horse.
Yeah, let me go check on my dog. You know, just things.
Reading material is a good one, though.
Let's go on the beer run. You know damn well you didn't need to drive to the liquor store. But sometimes you just gotta puff it.
Right.
So I found myself sitting in the car before I went in. And then, indulged. I didn't go on any walks.
Yeah, I know. I know what you mean. And it's chilly out, so it's not like you can just go outside. So you really gotta be either sitting in your car or whatever warm space, or if you're fortunate enough that you can smoke in a spot that you're going to eat at. But generally, I think most people are not smoking inside the spot they're about to eat at.
Yeah, so I definitely was high already when I touched down.
So, and that's where I like the vape pens because I can step out for a hot second. Although I did go out on the porch and burn it down on the front porch.
He said it was too cold outside, but
well, it's cold outside, but I have a warm coat, so I don't mess around with the cold. So I have every gear to keep me warm in all the conditions and all the things I like doing. So yes, I can stand outside for a long time because trust me, I'm gonna have a warm coat, warm boots on.
And don't feel bad if you sat in your car with the heated seats on, with the sunroof cracked.
Yeah,
because I didn't get out the car.
I thought about smoking in the car, but it's everybody's grown. So
you were on the porch singing, "It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas."
You know how it is. Over time, you got who the smokers are. So you know what I'm saying. Everybody give the look. All right, let me go make my drink. All right, I'll meet you outside. The biggest thing is meet you back out front.
Yeah, usually they come and see me, and I'm already there, bro.
Yeah, well, still, even if I'm already there, it's polite to go smoke with your people.
It's more of a social experiment.
It's just like, people don't like to burn alone. So, it's like, I'll go burn out. You don't have to burn the whole thing.
That's when your aunt invites you outside to smoke, but she's looking at you like, well, roll up.
Right? Nice auntie.
Oh, damn, auntie.
I never smoked with any of my aunts.
Yeah, definitely.
So I don't even know if they smoke. But yeah, no, you know what I mean? And it's it's a special bond when, you get together with family members that you don't see and you go outside and you go burn one down and, you know what I'm saying, and just relax and go back inside and go for seconds.
Well, now that you're an adult, you noticed a lot of things older people used to do.
Right.
And it makes more sense now. Like, oh, that's what y'all used to be doing back there in that room. And something was smelling funny.
No, the only weird part is seeing the younger kids now that are smoking that are out of age. But you watch them grow up and they're burning it down too now. And, they're looking at you like they kind of want to be like, yo, can we smoke with you? But they're still, they're still doing their thing. So it's
what concert was that we were at where the kids were like, you want to smoke? I was like, man, I don't want no pocket lint and pencil shavings. We already high, son. And just my luck, they would have came up there and grabbed me.
Right. I think that was that at the Garden?
Was it Drake?
You might have been Drake. Yeah. The things you do for kids.
Hey, look, man. Either they go with you or go by themselves.
That's true. That is true. You're listening to Smoking Rhymes. My name is Rex45.
Big E.
I think I hijacked the pot cafe. You were saying about, is that it? The smokers and who's smoking and where we smoking for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people went outside, most in the car, but as far as mission accomplished, that's all that counts.
That's all that counts. It is what it is.
And, well, after you smoke, you have to also be wary now because cops may soon be able to scan your eyeballs.
What?
To see if you're driving stoned.
What?
And they said that that's the most accurate way that they can police humans right now.
What? You know, scan me eyeball.
Right? I got cataracts. Cataracts big. I can't see. I got hazy eye, whatever. So there's a Montana-based company called Gaze that's trying to develop a service that can scan your eye and utilize some robotic futuristic intelligence to detect THC impairment.
So artificial intelligence is what they're going to use.
My question is, where is the button on there that you just press and it beeps and they say that you high? Because that's what it always ends up. Next thing you know, none of the officers have even been trained correctly to use this.
Well, the thing is this. Well, here's the thing, right? If you smoke at midnight and you're driving at 8 a.m., at that point, you're not stoned anymore. Well, depends on what you smoke. But you're not stoned anymore.
I would assume it would depend on your dilation and I don't know.
You know what I mean? Because, I mean, that's the thing. And one, where's the probable cause? Because if your car doesn't smell of weed, then
they can't bother you for the odor.
Yeah. So if you're vaping and you're high, well, they're not going to pull you, knock on some type of, I got some wood right here. I haven't got pulled over for smoke and it's smoking in my car.
I told you one time I got pulled over. The state trooper stuck his head in my car, sniffed, and then told me to go ahead. I was like, motherfucker, why was it? Ooh, I said, mother, father, why would you think it was me who was smoking in this long line of cars?
You're right. No, and so, but I don't do silly stuff. I don't know, but I don't know how people get pulled over for smoking because, like, I don't ride around in my neighborhood smoking. Occasionally I do that, but
anywhere else.
Occasionally I do that, but I don't. But I smoke by myself in my car generally, so I don't I don't know how people get pulled over for smoking because
we do not operate vehicles while under the influence of marijuana here on the Smoking Rhyme Show.
Yeah, all I'm just saying is like you can smoke. I don't know. I mean, I think you as Big E once said, I know how to avoid getting tickets. Just look around before you do something.
All the time.
And if you look around, you're good. If you ain't looking, then it's what it is. So, you know what I'm saying? If you're about to roll up somewhere, look in your mirrors, look around. You know what I'm saying? You might see something, be like, all right, let me go down the street. I don't know. It helps if you look around.
Because sometimes the police be sitting right behind your dumb behind.
Yeah, and you know, and like I said, I don't roll with a lot of people, so I don't bring attention to myself. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I don't have my joint hanging out the window, none of that. Although if the sunroof is open, you might see a puff of smoke.
Until you drop the sheets on the passenger side floor, you lean down to get them as you blow through the red light and sit back up. You know, things happen.
So I had a BMW 535 IS, and old school one, and I'm leaving work, and I usually roll a joint and put it in the ashtray, and when I leave work, this is a long time ago, I would drive down Memorial Drive and light up. And he's like, and one day he was just like, man, I'll see you driving down. All I see is a puff of smoke coming out the sunroof. And I'm like, yep, sounds about right. But I don't do those things anymore.
Yeah, that's me. That's the only way to deal with traffic.
That's the only way, man. Listen, like even then, it takes it takes a lot of will to deal with traffic in mass. I'm not gonna lie. Other states, that's not the case, so I'm not gonna pick on other states. But Massachusetts, y'all are making it real hard right now, real hard.
Yeah, I still yell in the car, but I'm working on it.
No doubt. You're listening to Smokin' Rhymes. My name's Rex45.
Big E.
Let's do it.
Hey, yo, big girls. They say we got freedom of speech, but not freedom after speech. Give me freedom. Choose my destiny. Give me freedom. Now still my liberty. Give me freedom. You are your remedy. Give me freedom, freedom. No classify me under your rule, your education under your school. Long time you take we fear fool and make the ghetto use Babylon a footstool. Long time you are put in a China, in this time you are put it in a brain. So many ghetto use taking container. Lion you can't tame. Give me freedom. Choose my destiny. Give me freedom. Now still my liberty. Give me freedom. You are your remedy. Give me freedom, freedom. Babylon, we can't take no more. Your ways on the streets to victimize the poor. You know, bring justice when you declare your law. But people cannot ignore. Me tell you so. I strange things, Babylon, I bring strange things. Control the world and I try rearrange things. Every day them say them I go change things, but when you work hard I never working. Give me freedom. Choose my destiny. Give me freedom. Now still my liberty. Give me freedom. You are your remedy. Give me freedom, freedom. No classify me under your rule, your education under your school. Long time you take we fear fool and make the ghetto use Babylon a footstool. Long time you are put in a China, in this time you are put it in a brain. So many ghetto use taking container. Lion you can't tame. Give me freedom.
In the lab. Hey. So this is Trap once again. Ha ha ha. You know what I'm saying? Me can't understand why brother fight get brother, sister against sister, mother against father, in the lab, daughter against mother, father against son, nation against nation. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Why we have so much problem, and no one is here to solve them. Why you fighting against me when I don't know what you have done, but you still hate on me? Hey, give peace a chance and share love with each other. Alright, give me
chance so the kids have a better tomorrow. Where all this killing for? Too much gun in a car. Kids can't play in the street, cause too much at a beat. Why you can't live a life that magnify Christ? Always for some fight, no one for unite. Give peace a chance and share love with each other. Alright, give peace a chance so the kids have a better tomorrow. Children are the future. Nobody treat them like a creature. Help them with the lesson so them get the blessing so that them can lead. Nobody leave them by the wayside so them see that you not provide. Because when the days of old come, what you gonna do? You're gonna run a night. Give peace a chance and share love with each other. Alright, give peace a chance so the kids have a better tomorrow. Even a blind man can see what is going on. A deaf man can hear the system of born. I don't know where to start, but one thing I know, that anything that me say, it comes straight from my heart. When me a talk, give peace a chance and share love with each other. Alright.
Yo, came back from the dead Lazarus, feeling fabulous, inhibitions hazardous, steady passing this, higher than Atlantis, barking like a Labrador, dog paddling, rap scallion, raking in a million, trying to paint a picture with these poems, you can feel it in the air, yes I'm vigilant, greater than these others, yes no one is equivalent, still peddling, running with sharp scissors, indulging in our pleasures, I'm swimming with sharks, listen, what's done in the dark is our business. I'm in the star, Chris in a minute till I've risen like yeast in the bread. I'm an Israelite. East of what is said is kinda impolite. Feast on the game like some pork and rice. Everybody cracks, you just gotta name a price now. Wasted, too gone. Everybody there till they move on. Laying there on the futon. Got a snapback in my groove on. I'm wasted, too deep. Shout out to the people, think they know me. Still kicking this like Bruce Lee. It's the kind of that you see up in the movies. Body still, mind always turning. Got it by this in this that I'm burning. Never hit or miss, this bliss is for certain. Herculean effort, man, this life can be a burden. Haven't heard of them until after I murdered them. Talking word of mouth, and I got a burning tongue. Like fireball, caught up in the firewall. Shots are fired off, but I never been a fighter, doc. Sipping cider in the Civic, going 70. It's my melodies could be considered heavenly. Not a petty thief, let it set from Medellin. Promethazine, feel the steam from a steady stream. I'm Christian, ironic, so listen. My phonics, my vision, thank God this my mission. This is an honest decision to honor the listeners. All on my diction, I'm wasted, too gone. Everybody there till they move on. Laying there on the futon. Got a snapback in my groove on. I'm wasted, too deep. Shout out to the people that they know me. Still kicking it like Bruce Lee. It's the kind of that you see up in the movies.
Yo, it's Silas Gambino. Yo, one thing we got in common is pain. AZ, free Cam G's, I'm supposed to stop. Yeah, Vonnie, Alec, Paul. I lost my partner in this cold world. Feel like my heart is still froze. And my mama had to pay my bill. Someone switched on me. I've been taught to keep it real, even when it feel wrong. Cause life inside this cold world, it's kill or be killed off.
I know my brother looking down with a smile on his face, protecting me from the love that be fake, that goes with jealousy, hate. You always kept it real, the H, you was great. Wish the Grim Reaper that day was late, or had a day off. Them stealing bikes to taking chains off. Rock, paper, shoe, who letting the tray off? We was actually in the caddy getting cane off. Smee told me it's nothing to cut a lame off. I lost my brother to these cold streets.
Yo, it's Silas Gambino. Yo, one thing we got in common is pain. AZ, free Cam G's, I'm supposed to stop. Yeah, Vonnie, Allen, Paul. I lost my partner in this cold world. Feel like my heart is still froze. And my mama had to pay my bill. Someone switched on me. I've been taught to keep it real, even when it feel wrong. Cause life inside this cold world, it's kill or be killed off.
I know my brother looking down with a smile on his face, protecting me from the love that be fake, that goes with jealousy, hate. You always kept it real, the H, you was great. Wish the Grim Reaper that day was late, or had a day off. Them stealing bikes to taking chains off. Rock, paper, shoe, who letting the tray off? We was actually in the caddy getting cane off. Smee told me it's nothing to cut a lame off. I lost my brother to these cold streets. Now my mother know I keep heat. I ain't never gonna squash beef. So stop asking me.
I lost my partner in this cold world. Feel like my heart is still froze. And my mama had to pay my bill. Someone switched on me. I've been taught to keep it real, even when it feel wrong. Cause life inside this cold world, it's kill or be killed.
This Kiddo Banks, and you chilling with me, and we listening to Smokin' and Rhyming with Rex 45 and Big E. The family? You know what it is, plug me in. And this the only station you need to be listening to.
Yeah. Times get hard, keep your head up. My young outside, he won't let up. Say he ain't going in till he get that bread up. All they wanna do is get that check up. Young in these streets got no option. Bring that bag in, we gon' get it poppin'. Look, 24/7 got the door knocking. Yeah, 90 days straight, we gon' really lock it. Yeah, once I get it going, there ain't no stopping. Yeah, couple bad got them lip locking. Yeah, bags in the trap and they slip swapping. Yeah, tryna add up all the shit I'm copping. Yeah, brothers in the trap serving amphetamines. This ain't no rap, I had everything. Get it A1 and I sell it clean. I ain't playing with my nose, I'm smoking hella weed. I ain't nickel diamond shit, boy, we selling peas. Every blunt I roll with the loudest, you can smell it's me. Every song I'm on 1,000 bars like a melody. Every time I'm outside in these streets, we ducking felonies. Yeah, got 100 shots for my enemies. Zacking all sick in the head, I got the remedy. I know you ain't talking about no paper. You telling me I can show you how to keep it player. Bill Bellamy, you the type to wife up and date her. Boy, you hella weak. I'm up for 7 days, no sleep, like I'm on ecstasy. These on my dick, I feel like Kodak, I can't roll in peace. I feel like Dwayne Wade in 06, I got a hold of heat. The air's kinda thin up in this. Somebody wrote a weed. Ain't rocking with these, don't know who the you supposed to be. I won't let no thotty close to me. That's not your to keep. She for the streets. This chick with me, a dime piece. I'm cooking up a 9 at least. I'm getting high, trying to find some peace. We get money, that's fine by me. Got good dope and that's all I need. I'm in the club, I got no ID. I'm on the couch and I'm VIP. I'm smoking out the whole piece. She looking like a trophy. Been with me for the whole week. I ain't nickel diamond shit. Boy, we selling peas. Every time I'm outside in these streets, we ducking felonies. I'm up for 7 days, no sleep, like I'm on ecstasy. I feel like Dwayne Wade in 06. I got a hold of heat.
Yeah, I said it before, I said it again. Put it in the air, you're gonna get what you get. So put it in the air. This is a message from a lonely man. Rock for the Holy Lands, messing with a guy like me. I don't understand kindness for weakness. Never was the. Yeah, I said it before, I said it again. Put it in the air, you're gonna get what you get. So put it in the air. This is a message from a lonely man. Rock for the Holy Lands, messing with a guy like me. I don't understand kindness for weakness. Never was the plan. A guinea in the city who got hands. A ladies' man sprayed up the block today. Real street sweep away. My guns Bangkok. Impact like Cassius Clay. Started out a stagehand. Now making power plays. Kiss the skin untanned. Waxed off castaway. Sounds of Sea Lance in Thailand. Smokin' J. Showcase my skills with no delay. Take the camera, put it in my face, then back away. Let's go overseas, have a holiday. Females on display. Bottles of Bell.
What up, Boston? It's Fresh from DE, and you are now listening to Smokin' Rhymes with Rexy45 and Big E.
Yeah, I said it before, I said it again. Put it in the air, you're gonna get what you get. So put it in the air. This is a message from a lonely man. Rock for the Holy Lands, messing with a guy like me. I don't understand kindness for weakness. Never was the plan. A guinea in the city who got hands. A ladies' man sprayed up the block today. Real street sweep away. My guns Bangkok. Impact like Cassius Clay. Started out a stagehand. Now making power plays. Kiss the skin untanned. Waxed off castaway. Sounds of Sea Lance in Thailand. Smokin' J. Showcase my skills with no delay. Take the camera, put it in my face, then back away. Let's go overseas, have a holiday. Females on display. Bottles of Belvedere, Devala, Roy Rose. Doing it my way, success I parlay. Put it all on red, hit the highway. Stop staring at me sideways. This is my money, do or die, cause of Cavarcier. Stop for this moment in time and get your hands up. Grind till the wheels fall off, get your bands up. If you ain't ready to rock, change your plans up. Stay in your lane, count your paper, watch it stack up. Stop for this moment in time and get your hands up. Grind till the wheels fall off, get your bands up. If you ain't ready to rock, change your plans up. Stay in your lane, count your paper, watch it stack up.
Yeah, we look at life from a different view.
Put your hands in the air.
Far from few, filthy, skyscraper type ish.
See, Lance,
come on.
what up?
Yo, whoever thought I'd be this gifted? Escape felonies, painting pictures. Hustling on the court, Mr. Painting Pritchard. Play around the world cause I'm King Richard. Shoot on the spot cause I grew up different. Prophecy, language, money over sipping sake up in Bangkok. Sex on the beach, head of mountaintops. Nothing but fresh air, so we gotta smoke. Every move impeccable like dinner jokes. The lost poet, never like strangers. Bosses at my table, we eat dangerous. See Lance in the cut, yeah, we money makers. Leave all them crumbs for them haters. A gangster and a gentleman, no loose ends. Creme de la creme, ball above the rim, ball above the rim.
Stop for this moment in time and get your hands up. Grind till the wheels fall off, get your bands up. If you ain't ready to rock, change your plans up. Stay in your lane, count your paper, watch it stack up. Stop for this moment in time and get your hands up. Grind till the wheels fall off, get your bands up.
Yo, this is Naba for real, and you are listening to Smokin' Rhymes with Rexy45 and Big E.
Oh, say, can you see? Miguel wants to learn the Star-Spangled Banner. Miguel was the last fourth grader to migrate into my English as a second language course and is the first to raise his hand for every question. But Miguel views letters in a different way than most. Because there are many words in Spanish that do not exist in English, he learns how to pack them in a suitcase and forget. Because many phrases translate backwards when crossing over from Spanish to English, throughout the whole song, he tends to say things in the wrong order. So when I asked him to sing the second verse, it sounds like, and the rocket's red glare, we watched our home bursting in air. It gave proof to the night that the flag was still
theirs. They say music is deeply intertwined with how we remember. Miguel hears the marimba and learns the word home. Hears his mother's accent being mocked and learns the word shame. Hears his mother's weeping and learns the word sacrifice. Yes, what does the word America mean? What does the word dream mean? I say two words with the same meaning, or what we call synonyms. You could say America is a dream. Something we all feel silly for believing in. He says, teach me how to say bandera. Teach me how to say star. Teach me how to hide my country behind the consonants that do not get pronounced, Miss Angelica. Teach the letters to just flee from my lips like my parents and build a word out of nothing in my tongue. We do not pronounce the letter H. Home is not a sound my voice knows how to make. It's strange what our memories hold on to. It's strange what makes it over the border from the left side of the brain, but what our minds do not let us forget how an accent is just a mother tongue that refuses to let her child go. The language barrier is a 74-mile wall lodged in the back of Miguel's throat. The bodies of words so easily lost in the translation. Oh, say, for whom does that star-spangled banner wave? Give back the land to the brave and let us make a home for us free.
The pen on the other side of the kitchen table will not move. Like, no matter how hard I concentrate, how laser precise my focus, how dramatically I arch my fingers, it just sits there. And it should be such a simple thing, right? To move this tiny object with the vastness of my spirit, to simply lift it up a half inch or to engulf it in flames, but nothing. This is so long before I learned about, like, physics, right? That whole an object at rest stays at rest stuff. Because, you know, what is inertia to magic? I am 10 years old, and the mythology I've been fed since birth, folk tales and fairy tales, movies and TV shows, comic books and video games, so much of it is built around this, like, reveal, right? Like, guess what? The spirits say, you are a wizard. Guess what? You are a Jedi or a mutant or the chosen one or the half-blood child of a god, which is a good thing because we are at war and we need you. So focus, the spirits say. That pen on the other side of the kitchen table will move if you are pure of heart, if you have a righteous cause, if you just try hard enough. That bully or that abuser or that authoritarian tyrant will lose because, you know, the bad guys always lose, right? As if the struggle was so simple, as if force were not stronger than the force, as if special powers could ever defeat power, because that pen is still sitting on the other side of the kitchen table. It won't move. It never will. And I wish I could say that this is when, like, 10-year-old me learned that magic isn't real. It would make for a better story. But honestly, it took longer. It took study. And not just science, but history. It took showing up to so many marches and rallies and vigils and meetings, developing power that was not super, but was still power. It took the largest mass movement in the history of the world and the failure of that movement. It took so many late nights comforting friends and doing the work that no one will remember. It took mistakes. It took more mistakes. It took lives. It took and took and took. And this was my disillusionment. Not a lightning strike. A slow flood. Just figuring out on some level that things were not getting better and that they weren't going to. Not on their own. Not easily. Not like magic. This is my disillusionment. Not the absence of hope, the absence of illusion, the unsubtle art of getting your hands dirty because we do not have the luxury of waiting to be saved. We recognize no superpower stronger than solidarity, community, courage. We don't have spells, but we do have songs. this alchemy of suffering, this transmutation of pain into progress, this hard-won knowledge, how a voice does not have to move mountains to move people. How it's not about the source of the fire, it's about how brightly it burns, how the magic is not whether I pick up that pen with my mind or with my hand. The magic is what I write with it. It is not destiny that we are all here right now. But we are all here right now. And there may not be any demons or monsters outside these doors, but that doesn't mean that we aren't at war. That there are not forces in this world that would make dragons cower in their caves, and how it is up to us, who are not special, who are not chosen, but choose ourselves and choose each other, who have nothing to offer but the thread binding our storybook bodies together to keep fighting. So no, the spirits don't talk to me. I talk to them, though. I tell them, thank you for your silence, for forcing me to pick up that pen myself. Thank you for never appearing in the mirror so that I might see myself, the buried treasure in all this rubble, the magic still burning when all faith has fled.
You're listening to Smokin' Rhymes. My name is Rex45.
Big E.
We're on the mic with poetry.
10 p.m. Poetry, music, and that cannabis talk. Sometimes the nephew takes over.
What do you think, man? There's some tunes right there.
Yeah. That last one was powerful as well.
Yeah, no doubt. That one right there. Last one was by Guante, A Pragmatist's Guide to Magic.
I definitely was feeling the vibe.
No doubt. I don't think anybody else is doing what we're doing, Biggie, with the Smokin' Rhymes show. And
what are we doing?
We're playing artists that, are building a future off of us playing their music. And we're not charging anyone to play their music. We play their music for the love of, getting new music and hearing new stuff for the first time and hear creation. And, we played a bunch of tunes so far. And some of our listeners are probably hearing these for the first time. And these are artists that are all over the globe. We're getting music from all over the globe, and which is a beautiful thing. So we shout out to those artists that have already sent, and obviously new artists hearing this for the first time. Get us our music, smokinrhymes@gmail.com. Drop the G in the word smoking, and send us an email. Send us your music, because we're gonna continue to do this too. You know what I'm saying? And artists have played out. We've bust a lot of artists, man.
But we bust them.
Yeah, it's us, man. Here in Boston.
You definitely have played a lot of tunes first.
Outside the U.S. Shout out to MC Lakeside, doing big things.
He's out there by the side of the lake.
Out in Nigeria. You know what I mean? And the UK, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Naba for real.
What the University of Kansas got to do with it?
Right? Poison Lethal, all these dope artists, John Beatty, right? You know what I'm saying?
Poison Lethal, Dead Dying,
Yeah, size, Sonic Selection, A.B. Sorn, all these artists, man. 8-Zip, so
my man John Beatty, Red Shades.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And the list goes on and continue. We got the mailbox.
Nah, forget Naba for real.
Yeah, I said Naba for real already, but
you did, my bad.
But you know what I'm saying? I'm glad you're saying Naba for real, cuz for real.
He ain't seen us his new stuff yet. For real.
For real. You know what I'm saying? And
let's not forget shouts out to my man Sober the DJ.
Yeah, listen, like I said, the list can listen, we can do a half hour of this. And so you know, that's the part that's crazy. You're listening to Smoking Rhymes. My name is Rex 45.
Big E.
I get some more music and then come in and do this.
Baby, I'm sorry for breaking your heart. Losing my trust, you call it again. Cheated me twice, you wasted my time. Call me at night, I'm rolling a blunt. Texted him twice, you call it a prank. Playing the game, I'm doing my best. Look at your friends, they hop on my show.
Baby ndlalile ndiyazi ngimoshile ngicela unimamela uthando ndinalo wena uyanthanda nami ndiyayazi cela ungavumeli izinto zomhlaba bona abantu bazohlala bethethe lona uthando lwethu funeka silimele baby ndiyakuthanda ndiyazi ngikonile kodwa ngicela uxole sithando sakho. Tell me why baby why tell me why baby darling baby tell me why baby darling why baby darling why baby tell me why when you darling
I'm learning from you and I'm stronger than ever. Babe, I'm a soldier, I never felt better. Time and again, I just put in more pressure. Tell me what's life without no pressure. This is my life, I just get up and get it. Give me some love and I know I won't get it. But it's my time, what really happened, I'll never give up. I just tell you I mean it. Give me some time, you just give me a minute. It's never too late if you know how to get it. No one is perfect, we just keep on living. 60 or second, I'm done in a minute. Whatever we do, we just all have a limit. You letting me down and you breaking the spirit. I'm picking myself, I've been down for a minute. I'm loving you now, I was meant for a minute. It's like I'm done.
Done of the slow game, done of being in pain, done of everything, focusing on myself. Turn on the shoelace, on the shoelace, turn on the shoelace. On the shulam now, I will smoke this pain away. Smoke this pain away. Smoke this pain away. Pain away. Pain away.
Hey, yo, what's up? It's Infinite the Ghost, and you're listening to Smokin' Rhymes with Rex 45 and Big E.
Hey, yo, Sue. We a party like a no party. This party non-stop. We a party like a no party. This party non-stop. We a party like a no party. This party non-stop. We a party like a no party. This party non-stop. I see a gal up on the wine. They move very fast. I see a gal up on the wine. They throw their chef. If I'm ready, my zero, I'm ready. I'm ready to be with you. If I'm ready, my zero, I'm ready. I'm ready to be on you. Come near me, ladies. Let's have a champagne. Come near me, ladies. Let's have some fun. This party is good. Everybody feel good. This party is good. Everybody feel good. Select up.
Hey, what's up? I'm Shano Kazadi, and you're listening to Smokin' Rhyme Show with Rex 45 and Big E. Let's get it!
kangapi, seti mangapi, seti kangapi, seti kangapi, seti kangapi. Yeah, seti kazote wacha ziban, wacha zifike your place na chana na dem ni American. Si stress na dice nice na kwa gana gang kulive ka farm. Code from up to down na lika to chase hapa ni madram. Leta yo mag, seti kidrip na die minis kia 50. Seti kubrag, shore ma missed calls, they get ka 50. Keep the drill, hapa to cap, leo jibabe na sisi.
Elishki Melissa.
Seti kangapi, seti mangapi, seti kangapi, seti kangapi, seti kangapi.
Yo, what it is?
Yeah.
It's Lucy Spitter. You're tuned into DJ Rexy 45 on the Smokin' Rhyme Show.
Elishki Melissa.
Seti kangapi, seti mangapi, seti kangapi, seti kangapi, seti kangapi. Yeah, seti kazote wacha ziban, wacha zifike your place na chana na dem ni American. Si stress na dice nice na kwa gana gang kulive ka farm. Code from up to down na lika to chase hapa ni madram. Leta yo mag, seti kidrip na die minis kia 50. Seti kubrag, shore ma missed calls, they get ka 50. Keep the drill, hapa to cap, leo jibabe na sisi. Ule anadai kupop kitap na uyo anadai kukiss me.
Pretty bitch, you looking for nothing for 50. Silly me being hoping you call it a bigger piece. Party night to fuck the guy who first school on me. Meet your gala in a sky, she was on of me. She was ripsy, say she gonna make my dick break. Party me more, party night up, bitches calling me.
What's up, y'all? This is your girl, Red Shades, and you're listening to Smokin' Rhymes with Rexy 45 and Big E. Holla.
Hey, yo, blah. Chris, my phone, man. Hey. Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata. Make you go tell all your niggas say we got no problem. No problem. South Sakubana. We ballin' every day, you mess with my put you for Kuma. I put you for Kuma. Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata. Make you go tell all your niggas say we got no problem. South Sakubana. South Sakubana. We ballin' every day, you mess with my put you for Kuma. All day man chest, the big bag no rest. Been all God grace, put it through man race. In the building and I'm building. More funds come loading. You didn't check, no checks. I keep it real, no flex. I think I'ma do it again. Cause no pen, no gang, yeah, yo my niggas be pulling in bands. Cause no seats, no bench, yeah, I was born from a trench. Whoa, I ain't good in French, yeah, you niggas should fix up their life. Sometimes I love to see my enemies die, yeah. Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata. Make you go tell all your niggas say we got no problem. No problem. South Sakubana, South Sakubana. We ballin' every day, you mess with my put you for Kuma. I put you for Kuma. Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata. Make you go tell all your niggas say we got no problem. South Sakubana, South Sakubana.
Yo, it's your boy Tax. You tuned into the Smokin' Rhyme Show with Rexy 45 and Big E. You heard? Tax forever.
I've been moving quiet, I've been moving quiet and getting it done. Got the gang with my enemy now. Get the check on the thing on my mind. Get the check on the thing on my mind. It's that simple, yeah. It's that simple, yeah. It's that simple, yeah. It's that simple. I've been moving quiet and getting.
Salut tout le monde, vous êtes branchés sur Smokin' Rhymes avec Rexy 45 et Big E. Et cette prochaine chanson est une première mondiale. Je suis sûr que vous allez vous régaler.
I've been moving quiet, I've been moving I've been moving quiet and getting it done. Got the gang with my enemy now. Get the check, only thing on my mind. Get the check, only thing on my mind. It's that simple, yeah. It's that simple, yeah. It's that simple, yeah. It's that simple. I've been moving quiet and getting it done. Got the gang with my enemy now. Get the check, only thing on my mind. Get the check, only thing on my mind. It's that simple, yeah. It's that simple, yeah. It's that simple, yeah. It's that simple. I've been did it for me and I do it for the game. Yeah, I'm moving slowly, but my brain unlocking change. Yeah, I'm talking cash. Yeah, unlocking change. Talking condo life. Smoking that top flow dang.
That's that dude, so I flip on the block. Don't touch, don't test, might get electrocuted. Change my chew, came from Pikachu. Who's still, I choose that shit really simple. Each lock, keypad, don't need a key, trust me. That's GZM, flew overseas. Different lingo, speak over here, that's me. And Primo, brings souvenirs.
I've been moving quiet and getting it done. Got the gang with my enemy now. Get the check, only thing on my mind. Get the check, only thing on my mind. It's that simple, yeah. It's that simple, yeah. It's that simple, yeah. It's that simple. I've been moving quiet and getting it done. Got the gang with my enemy now. Get the check, only thing on my mind. Get the check, only thing on my mind. It's that simple, yeah. It's that simple, yeah.
You already know it's your boy Sober the DJ, and you listening to Smokin' Rhymes with Big E and Rex 45 on B87 FM Boston.
Chrissy B on the microphone. I've been down on my knees lately looking for forgiveness for my sins. Cause I've really done so many things. Looking for the remedy to my pain. Been knocking on the door of fame. Still no one knows my name. Some point I was lost in my aim, but still got my head in the game. So don't judge me by mistakes. Cause the GTB, cause the GTB. But the man I don't see, don't make a man cry. What God? Come on, from me eye, from on another angle. But the man I don't see, don't make a man cry. What God? Come on, from me eye, from on another angle. The enemies don't wanna see me go far, where I come from. So all I have to do is shut up all their mouth with the confirmation. The enemies don't want to see me go far, where I come from. So all I have to do is shut up all their mouth with the confirmation.
From the first one to the next one, from the next one to the last one. I go by the name MC Lexat. You are listening to Smokin' Rhymes with Rexy 45 on Big E. Stay tuned, don't touch it, flare from wash out to my boy.
My hands up, don't shoot me. TC on the mix. Yeah, you know what? I don't get this. My hands up, don't shoot me. What's wrong with this bitch? Ooh, yeah. My hands up, don't shoot me. My hands up, don't shoot me. Government is playing with us. Now speak. Damn it. Which way, Nigeria? Tell me which way to go. I'm tired of asking, but I need to know. Which way, Nigeria? Ever since I was born, I've been hearing the same question every now and then. Which way, Nigeria? Which way to get rid of all this corruption? Cause we need to grow. Which way, Nigeria? I'm sick of hearing Niger go better. Wanna be could tell me when. Which way, Nigeria? Oh no, I can't sleep. Handle y'all expect me to pretend everything is good and sit back. No, no, it's time to get up for father's people. It's time to say no. I've been asking questions and I need answers from who knows. How long shall we continue to shy out and later? Are we gonna let corruption beat us again and make us see? Oh, I think it's our time. We need to stand strong again. Vote fire back, cause we're not here to negotiate or beg the police, though. Listen, I'm not here to sound church. Not at all. Take your person and get your lawsuits and wicked judgment. The reason why truth is always beat this house is wrong. This whole system is corrupt. They can't even crawl. People say getting it for us and we ain't getting enough. You better wise up, ain't y'all done fooling enough. I'm here to bring you the truth, man, this in the blood. We've been deceived enough, all we need is freedom, we've slept enough. If I can bring my voice to rap, you too can do the same. My hands up to shoot me. The sun gon' get me scared, but good deeds gon' earn your respect. My hands up to shoot me. You say that my truck is a crime, where you got from the truth is life. My hands up to shoot me, so you still enjoy your life. And yeah, you want to take out my hands up to shoot me. They say this is democracy, but it's fucking not leading protest against it. Corrupt leading, if you got some guy. You apprehend and shout out your bros, look, you did a right. What you expect from those you motivate? Take a ticket now. For real. You always want us to speak with caution. They're scared of truth, but they're the ones who need correction. We clock the system, but still got low infrastructure. Cause they hard in the revenues to red personal structures. See that? British and the start another road south, free for delivery like Uncle Sam. They all lies, most campaign promises we scam. We need to rise up quick, and we put the system and we still falling for same tricks. They're going to politics with self-benefit mentality. Every occurrence become a losing opportunity to privilege the community. This is stupidity. They all deserve punishment with no impunity. You call a better criminal, you set him ablaze. Most politicians who was yet you send them praise. Y'all are stupid. I'm big here process and judiciary is a mess. Believe me, sticking true on quick justice is in stress. But down here in the rich got no law. That shit is only effective on the poor. But it's all up to us to the people. That gets me on the wrong track. Cause we need to get back to the right track and take a pop back. Real. If I can bring my voice to rap, you too can do the same. My hands up to shoot me. The sun gon' get me scared, but good deeds gon' earn your respect. My hands up to shoot me.
TC on the mix. TC on the mix.
Hey, I feel no, yeah. Lakeside, make you to please. It be like I dey sleep, but this one no be dream. Many things I feel, many things I see. One person no fit thief, you no fit to talk and finish yo. Country I dey get the limit yo. Life is tough, you no fit kill him yo. Urgent to care all that chicken yo. Party don't start, everybody dance, people them are feeling the fun. Hey yo. Yeah, I don't got.
Hey, what's up? I'm Chanel Kazadi, and you're listening to Smokin' Rhyme Show with Rex 45 and Big E. Let's get it!
TC on the mix.
Hey, I feel no, yeah. Lakeside, make you to please. It be like I dey sleep, but this one no be dream. Many things I feel, many things I see. One person no fit thief, you no fit to talk and finish yo. Country I dey get the limit yo. Life is tough, you no fit kill him yo. Urgent to care all that chicken yo. Party don't start, everybody dance, people them are feeling the fun. Hey yo. Yeah, I don't gas, everybody high, nobody dey yam on me call. Hey yo. My mama, yeah. Anamisa, Pentecost Day, hallelujah. Atakulate, pray ni tire. I want Shaye Malaysia. I want go to Canada. I want go Australia. I know like China. I remember Nigeria. Mosquito and malaria. Organepa don't cut it like, but we still be their father. I want Shaye Malaysia. I want go to Canada. I want go Australia. I know like China. I remember Nigeria. Mosquito and malaria. Organepa don't cut it like, but we still be their father. One punch, one die, everything it don't cast. One dust, one stand, everybody must die. One blunt, one tie, all the brain it don't fly. Go front, come back, everything will come down. Anamisa, Pentecost Day, hallelujah. Atakulate, pray ni tire. Loke la mama la, imi adebe ma gara la. Loke la mama la, imi adebe ma paraya. Loke la mama la, imi adebe ma paraya. Loke la mama la, imi adebe ma paraya. I want Shaye Malaysia, I want go to Canada, I want go Australia. I know like China, I remember Nigeria. Mosquito and malaria. Organepa don't cut it like, but we still be their father. I want Shaye Malaysia, I want go to Canada, area. All that never don't got the light, but we still be their father.
As a girl, my family emigrated from Kenya to the United States. New country, new people, new language, but the one thing that remained was the presence of my Savior, Jesus Christ. This didn't surprise me. I grew up knowing my God was everywhere, that he saw everything. I believed him to be a benevolent being whose image I was created in, even as I looked up at his portrait that was hanging in my grandmother's home, a frame full of blonde hair, pink and pale skin, eyes, a light blue piercing enough to draw blood, an image so holy, but one that did not allow me to see myself in my creator. But as a child, it didn't matter. I believed in the word of God. I read it like a love letter that he wrote me. I saw the preacher as the postman speaking deliverance each service until one day in Sunday school, we were wrapping English Bibles for poor kids in Botswana, and I wondered, in what language did God listen? Did he hear my prayers clearly in Swahili? Did he hear me better now that my amens were sent up in a foreign man's tongue? A foreign man whose face looked more like his blue-eyed son I'd seen growing up. I thought maybe we sent English Bibles because his ears, they tasted the sweet sound of prayer better when spoken in this tongue. I know, looking back, it sounds like a silly moment to start questioning your faith, but that day I learned that once the seed of doubt is planted, its roots will always thirst. So I began to read about God. Each page was like a raindrop of history. I lost my religion in floods of understanding, but I grew closer to divinity, and eventually branches on that tree of doubt spread so wide that they blocked out even his divine light. It was around the same time that I realized that the poor kids I'd sent Bibles to, they were poor partly because of how that Bible had been used. See, when the missionaries came to Africa, Christianity swept our lands like a biblical plague. Our firstborns were smothered under the cover of night. Our waters, they flowed red and full, swollen like the bodies of stolen daughters. We were left in the darkness of colonization for 8 decades. We became a continent of Jobs, promised salvation but seeing suffering tenfold from those who came claiming grace but belting gospels of genocide, from those who beat tradition from elder tongues and called it tithe, from those who called losing our culture a tax for finding salvation in Christ. And ain't it funny how they used their God to justify the taking of what ours had blessed us with for centuries? How they claimed to introduce God to our lands when our lands birthed even their humanity. See, Jomo Kenyatta once said, when the missionaries arrived, the Africans had the land and the missionaries had the Bible. They taught us how to pray with our eyes closed. And when we opened them, they had the land and we had the Bibles. Do you see how swiftly they pull wool from the Lamb of God over our eyes? The greatest lie colonialism ever told was that it brought God to Africa. Yes, they brought their Bibles, but they did not bring God to our lands. Yes, they brought their churches, but they did not bring God to our lands. Yes, they brought their guns, but they did not bring God to our lands. What they brought was an image made to justify the breaking of our bodies like communion bread, a false idol that to this day I still see hanging in so many Kenyan homes, a frame full of blonde hair, pink and pale skin, eyes, a light blue piercing enough to draw blood, to have already drawn blood.
Already drawn blood.
Listen to Smokin' Rhymes. My name is Rex45.
Big E.
We on the mic with poetry.
Music in that cannabis talk.
No doubt. Something new, Big E.
Yeah. I just hip right now.
Gotcha. We global, Big E. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We have to get all technical when we live, but you get this Monday nights.
Yeah.
New show release. New date. Every time.
New release every Monday.
New release.
Just like Disney Plus.
I hope everyone enjoyed the show. Check out these artists. We're going to post the artists that we played tonight. Go check them out. Go follow them. Go support their music.
Some big tunes. They're doing big things.
No doubt. And you guys can be the first to say, yeah, I played them before you did. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
My ears heard them before your ears.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And that's how it works. You can't be the one that show up late to the game. You know what I'm saying? And the music is for real. And these artists.
And we giving this out for free.
And we giving it out for free. Not a charge, not a lick, not a ting. You can't just have it. But you know what? You know what I'm saying?
Not until the FCC comes for us.
And now they can't because, you know what I'm saying, these artists got to approve us playing their music, and they do that. So it's a beautiful thing as well because they know we support them, you know what I'm saying? So it's all love all around because at the end of the day, we all try and get to the same place, you know what I'm saying? So
some of us are driving, others are just walking on foot.
you know what I'm saying? But if there's not people, you know, this is one of the things I rarely like to do, but if there's not people who are going to be the gatekeepers, meaning that's going to continue to support music because you love it, not because of how much you make from it. You know what I'm saying? You love it, so you're going to play it in your bar. You're going to play it on your radio station. You're going to play it in your car. You're going to play it wherever, and you want to discover that new music as well. You know what I'm saying? Like lovers of music, like this it's like an underground connection. You know what I'm saying? Because there's people all around the world that just love music and want to hear good music. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear these new artists. You know what I'm saying? Not just the ones that are on on the mainstream. So you know what I'm saying? We
not just them cats out there canoeing.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? We fire on the underground, and these artists that have been on Smokin Rhymes already are taking the thing and they're running with it, and they're doing big things. So and we got testimonials from artists, and they tell me after being played on our show the connections that they've gotten, and you know what I'm saying. And so shout out to those artists as well, because you know what I'm saying, because not every artist is going to tell you like, yo, you know what I'm saying, your thing did it, but there's enough artists now have said on the Smokin Rhymes show, to me on after being on the show, how it changed their career. So you know what I'm saying. So keep it locked. We got more because we got more artists. We got inbox. Inbox is there's still new artists that we got to play.
Overflowing tunes.
You understand what I'm saying? My name is Rex45.
Big E.
We'll be back next week.
Yeah.
See what's going on out there? What you gonna do? Y'all people ready? Who you gonna look at? Down in Washington, you got politician, liquid vision, say no ambition. Government should be separated from religion. Careful what you're watching on your television. Money is the most, and it make the big statement. Why the youth man them a beat off the pavement? Whether on the block or the blue collar shop. If you're sick and tired people, time to fight back. 2019, no unity. What's going on? Here we come unity. Everywhere you look, yo, assault and battery. Business doing business with bad companies. Destroying thousands of good families. What about the youngins and the university? What about the future of that little homie? We all can't be ballers of that one MC. Life is all I know. With that I've got to go. Babylon just now troubles. Who feels it really knows it. Life is all I know. With that I've got to go. Babylon just now troubles. Who feels it really knows it. Gotta escalate, I'm a little sick. Tired of what they tell, yo, John Public. Like it or love it, can tell them where to shove it. You ask for liquor